Remember, we didn't choose this war. It began with the attack in New York on September 11. It came out of here. If we lose here, this state will fragment, and parts of it will again become a base area for that. And that is worth fighting for.
U.S. Ambassador to Afghanistan, Ronald Newman, lived here as a youth when his father was the top American representative. It was, he says, a different time.
I mean, one thing you got to remember is that no Afghan under about 35 years of age has seen a government that that has been stable, that has stayed put. And so convincing them that this time is different than everything they've ever known in their life is a big deal.
Since ancient times, Afghanistan has known a long list of invaders. War has indeed defined this country. Ethnic and tribal distrust are still the cause of many clashes and discord. Facts of current-day life, the Taliban and Al-Qaeda used to their advantage. Security is a primary concern.
We are building an army, new armies.
Major General Amin Wardak commands the Kabul Military Training Center.
Facing the challenges of terrorism and Al-Qaeda and same time narcotic and also we have problems which we got from 25 years war. So we need good soldiers. We need to establish our army very fast and soon.
And they are.
The weapon works fine. It worked for me.
As this file footage shows, when the Afghan National Army was established in 2002, it was a beginning, literally, from the ground up. Today, 56 Kandaks, or battalions, have been trained. More than half of the projected 70,000-strong force are at work, defending their nation against all enemies.
Afghanistan is a strong partner in the war on terror. They want to get rid of terrorism just as much as we do.
The creation of the ANA began as a multinational effort, and while collaborative endeavors are still employed, the majority of the instruction is Afghans training Afghans.
We really have a coalition effort here that is directly involved in turning over the training to the Afghans so that this becomes an Afghan institution that's completely sustained by the Afghan National Army.
An army that belongs to the people. On this particular day, a group of Afghan dignitaries came for a visit. The contingent was led by Dr. Moshe Didi, a religious leader highly revered, both as a former president and current head of the Afghan Senate. The trip was part of an ongoing campaign to connect the government with its army.
It's important that we get the civilian leaders of Afghanistan to come out and to visit their new national army. If it's going to be an Afghan national army and not just an Afghan army, only the Afghans can put the soul into the army.
The ANA is a dramatic change for Afghanistan, and as it gains its soul, it shares a focus on security with NATO. NATO assumed command and control of military operations in Afghanistan last October, acknowledging this is the most challenging task they've ever taken on. Operationally functioning as ISAF, International Security Assistance Force, it is a coalition of 37 countries. 26 come under the NATO flag. The multinational presence in Afghanistan is close to 32,000. U.S. forces, 1/3 of that number, represent the largest contribution to the effort.
This is a heck of a challenge for NATO. You've got two choices. You can deal with Afghanistan here, or you can wait for Afghanistan or the products of Afghanistan to come to you. So on a terrorist perspective, I'd say there's a responsibility to be here to tackle insurgency here in Afghanistan.
The price tag is high. Since 2001, over 500 coalition deaths have been reported, almost 200 this year alone. And this year, more than 500 members of the ANA became casualties. And since 2001, at least 350 Americans have died.
I've lost 2 soldiers, unfortunately, and it's very painful. Is it worth it? The answer is, in the very large scale, yes. if you're a family member, it's always very painful to lose one of your family members. We're all a family in the United States Army. It's very painful to us when we lose a soldier. Is it worth it? I think so, and I think if you ask any of these soldiers, they will tell you the same.